Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schut for Gil Amir ben Penina. Libracha ve'atzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadav. We're going to be learning b'siyata d'shmaya Shem Mishmuel, Parshas Balak, Shnas Taf Reish Ayin, the first piece. He says, Lahavin machshavtam shel Bilam u'Balak sheberuach PM u'v'kilasam yuchul levato kol ma shepalo avos b'ma'aseim u'v'nisyanosem. Hello, Bilam u'Balak chacham l'haraya v'lo tipshin she'ez brukazos. What's going on over here? To understand what Bilam and Balak were thinking when they thought that they could curse the Jewish people, to nullify everything that the Avos did with all of their deeds and passing all of their tests. They weren't stupid people. And va'od shamar Shem afatenu la'kadosh baruch hu shegam kadosh baruch hu yisratzel. Is also the notion that they can trick God into this. They can seduce God into cursing the Jewish people, to exchange the Jewish people, to renounce the Jewish people as the chosen people, or Makabel Torah. And Bilam said that Nevad Mikala Umos, that let HaKadosh Baruch Hu be served by all the nations, not by Am Yisrael. Well, what was their machshava? So it says the Shem Mishmuel. V'nira inyan dinei b'medrash rabba, b'midbar rabba, b'medrash rabba. V'agarshenu min aretz, anyway, v'agashel l'garshim shlei konsu l'aretz. What does it mean, v'agarshenu min aretz? I only want to be megarish them, I want to expel them so that they don't go into Eretz Yisrael. So l'chora, what does Balak care whether or not they go into Eretz Yisrael? He's worried about the Moabites. What does he care? They go into Eretz Yisrael. They don't go into Eretz Yisrael. So the explanation is that the purpose of coming to Eretz Yisrael is that they should be Makayim mitzvahs atliyas baretz. And from this, their chomer will be mizdakech. The physicality of the earth will be mizdakech, will be purified. Like it says in the Pasuk, Hashamayim shamayim lashem ba'aretz nasan l'fnei adam, the Chusharim says that God gave the heavens to himself, to Hashem, and the land he gave to man to make it to heavens. Sheyasum eretz shamayim, ba'aretz nasan l'fnei adam, to make it into a shamayim. And if that's what man is zocha to do, to be mizakech the chomer, to purify himself and the material world around him, then what's going to happen? The whole shefa will be holy. All of the bounty coming to the world will be holy. And the Umas HaOlam, who are benefiting from this shefa, from the, like the Gemara says, from the tamsis of this shefa, from the essence of this bounty that Hashem is giving to the world through Am Yisrael, there would also have to be nichna to kedusha. There would also have to be submissive to kedusha, because otherwise they're not going to get any shefa at all. And then they would have to leave their evil way, their dirty way, in order they should be fitting to receive the shefa from Kedusha. And that's what's going to be Lasid Lavo. Those who don't want to come to Yerushalayim to bow down before the Lord, they're not going to get the rain. If you don't want to be Nichnat Am Yisrael, then you're not included in the shefa. And that's what was supposed to be immediately when we came to Eretz Yisrael. That all the Shef of the world comes down through Klal Yisrael. And all the Kochos Hara have to be Nichnat Am Yisrael, to Kedusha. And all of the evil people have to change their ways. But because of sin, we weren't Zoche. Until Bias Mashiach Tzidkani B'meir B'yamayni Umayin. And that was the Ratzon of Balak, that they shouldn't come into Eretz Yisrael. They should remain in the Midbar. And let them eat the man, and let them enjoy the Anani HaKavod, and let them drink from the well. That doesn't bother him. But don't be involved in Olam Hazeh to purify Olam Hazeh. That I don't want. I don't want the world turning into one big base medrash. That's the last thing that Balak wants. And this world is to enjoy yourself. Is to engage in the pleasures of this world. He didn't want Klal Yisrael, Bilam and Balak, they didn't want Klal Yisrael to enter Eretz Yisrael and purify Olam Hazeh. Bilam wanted to expel them from this world, from the next world, like it says in the Medrash, by not coming to Eretz Yisrael and not being Mekayim Mitzvah Tluyas Baretz. Because Olam Haba, a person wants to be Zoche to Olam Haba, to Tchias HaMesim, when there's a body and a soul, so he has to purify his body, equating it with the soul. And that's through mitzvahs ma'asiyos that a person does with the guf. And if they don't do mitzvahs ma'asiyos, if they don't do practical mitzvahs, they don't come into Eretz Yisrael, they're going to be lacking practical mitzvahs. Because all mitzvahs are primarily in Eretz Yisrael. Like the Ramban says famously, Rashi, the Ibn Ezra, Ki ha-mitzvahs hein mishpat elokei haaretz. Where is the place to be Mekayim? It's in Eretz Yisrael. If they don't come into Eretz Yisrael, they're going to be lacking the mitzvahs ma'asiyos. And even though they'll be zoche, maybe to the Olam HaNeshamas, but they're not going to be zoche to the world to come when there's a guf and an nefesh. So that's what Bilam wanted, that Jews shouldn't be zoche to the guf, to purify the guf. And the emes is that the tachlis of the coming of a person to this world is to engage in practical mitzvahs. Because the neshama already had asagas. The neshama was in the olam emes. The neshama was in a true world near God. And the neshama knew a lot before it came here. So why did it have to come down to this physical world? So the answer is, pashut, to do mitzvahs, to purify the body. And all of the earth was created b'shvil Yisrael, shenikru reishis, like Rashi says at the beginning of the Torah. When Hazoyat gezag Bilam, and he was Meshabech the Jewish people, Mi mana far Yaakov. Who counted the dust of Jacob? These are the mitzvahs that they're Makayim ba'afar. Lo tachrosh b'chamor, kilayim, efer para, far sota, orla. All the mitzvahs we do, we don't plow with an ox and a donkey together. Mix seeds in the ground. The ashes of paraduma. The dirt of the sota water the woman drinks. Orla, not eating the fruit for the first 3 years. Umispar Tova Yisrael, the pasuk continues, Haraviyah Shalem Yochol Limnois, Shein Chotvos and Mechavos and mitzvahs. The Jewish people love the mitzvahs. Vatomer la ma'ad kach teichas ishi, hine amosi bila boilea, vaterelea kiyam damiledes, vatikach sorei eshes Avram, as Hagar. So what's going on over here? We have psukim that the Avos HaKadoshim are taking Pilagshim, Bila. Leah gives her shifcha to Yaakov. And Sarai gives her shifcha to Yaakov. What are they doing with these shifchas? Why don't they have proper wives? The answer is that they turn anything material into kedusha. So they can even take the shifchas and be with them. That's the job of the avos. And that's the opposite of the kavan of Balak and Bilam. Yimach Shemam. They weren't shaykh to Yisrael, to the Inyanei HaChomer. They didn't want to be involved in Yisrael's Chomer, their Chomrius. Because Yisrael, we mess everything up. We turn everything into Kedusha. We have a party. Oh, there has to be a mechitza. Why be a mechitza? Let them dance together. It's much more fun. Much more interesting. No. Everything has to be kedusha by you guys. You have a meal, eat the meal. No. Do Netilas Yadayim. I don't say hamotzi. You make a bracha before, you make a bracha after. All right, enjoy the meal. No. You have to say a Dvar Torah. Bilam and Balak didn't want any of that. They didn't want to be Makadesh the Chomer. They didn't want the Jews to enter into Eretz Yisrael and be Makadesh the Chomer. And the kavan of the Jewish people is to take the Chomer and elevate it, take all the material and elevate it to Hashem. Zachrenu l'chaim, you know why we want to live? Leman Elokim Chaim. For your sake. And Berachas HaMazon. Vayachsel lanu mazon lamed bavur shmo hagadol. We should never lack food for your big name. That's why we want to not lack food. So we can serve Hashem. So that was their kavanah in trying to curse the Jewish people. They shouldn't come there. Tell them to stay in the desert. But if they're Makadesh the Chomer, then we have to be nichna. We have to be submissive to that. We have to be subordinate to that. That's the last thing we want. And the next piece says, now the community is going to lick up all of our surroundings. Balak was afraid. Lahavin lamakro hakol. Why are they called hakol, the community? Usually we're called am. Hine am hayotze mitzrayim, v'yoshev muli. But here it's a call. So it says in Dvar, in Paragraph Gimel, lo yavu amonim ovi b'kahal Hashem. It doesn't say they shouldn't come to Klal Yisrael. It says b'kahal. Kahal is the ischabris of everybody together. Hakel esam, it's a gathering. And Ammon and Moab, they're not shaykh to that. They're hefech mikdush saklal. And therefore it says, Lo yavo avi amoani b'kahal Hashem. Can't come in. Can't marry a Jewish woman. Because they're not part of this kahal, they're not part of this community. And we can say that the reason is Pashut, because the Hisachdus HaKlal, the fact that we have unity in the community, that's why it's called unity. Everybody's having this unity together. Maybe they're coming together to have unity. So we have this community. You're right, everybody has their own opinion. But everybody ultimately is mevatel their deya to the Ratzon of Hashem. And they're not a davar nifrad v'yesh b'fnei atzma. They're not a separate entity. So we're all like one. But Klipas Moav is Geus. Their impurity is this arrogance, like it says in Isaiah, chapter 16. Go'on Moav gei me'od. V'gam katuv b'Yirmiyahu. Go'av Moav gei me'od. Gavu v'geono v'gavato v'rum libo. We have psukim telling us that Moab is very haughty, very arrogant. V'zeh hefech kedushat kal Hashem. That's the opposite of the community. Community is the opposite of arrogance. Community is where you mevatel yourself to other people. Because we're all mevatel yourself to Hashem. And therefore that was Balak's fear. Balak said, oh my gosh, they're the opposite of us. They're our arch enemy. Yelachu kol svivosenu. Hakahal. The call is going to be malakech all of us. So they're going to wipe us out. Because they are the exact opposite. So that's the lesson here. So we learned two shtiklech in the Shem Mishmuel. We learned beautifully that they were afraid that the Jews would turn everything into Kedusha. And that's talking what we do. So they didn't want us to come to Eretz Yisrael and be Mizakech L'chomer. We learned that we came down to this world to purify our bodies, to be mizakek, to purify the goof. And we learned they were afraid of our achdus, because Moav is the opposite. And there's a lot more where that came from, sweet friends. So we should be zoche lilmod ulamed lishma v'lasos. Where the kaim is called divrei salmo terasa b'yahava. And we zoche to have a beautiful Shabbos with kihila, with kedusha, with b'yachad. Simcha b'tuv leva me'rov kol. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.